Hi folks, this is your boy Mad Dog here with the Dudes Motor Vlogs. We're working on this Wltoys remote control truck. It's a 12404 is the model number. This is the body that goes on it here. Remember I told you this came out, these screws pulled out right here, so I put 4 washers on there. So now it's on there nice and secure. So the suspension's kind of bouncy on these, and it doesn't really have a lot of suspension travel, and it's kind of low to the ground. Well, where they set these things from the factory, these mounts, where the screws are, they have them all the way in. If you move them all the way out at the top, and on the bottom, put it all the way towards the center, it does raise it up some, and gives you, I don't know, stiffens it a little bit. And it has these little clips that go on top of the springs to stiffen the springs up. It, compresses the spring to make them stiffer. Well, they have 1 on every shock. We're going to put 2 on the front. Okay. So now there's 2 of those spacers in the front. See how it's a lot stiffer? Still bouncy because they're not oil-filled shocks. But if you want to go farther than that, I have a trick for you. Look at the front, and see that's with the suspension as high as I can get it with the factory settings. Well, look at the back. See, we got a lot more suspension travel now in the back. And I'll show you how I did it. So I got these shocks from Wltoys. See, they got yellow ends, they're blue, and they're metal shocks, they're adjustable. See these, how they're pretty soft right there. See how much more suspension travel it has? And see, it will sit this high, except for it sort of droops, because they're kind of soft. So, what you do, you push this down, and just, see these shocks are threaded, so you can spin this adjustment down. See, like that. Do the same thing here. Spin these down. Like that. So see, now you have a gap here. So see how much higher the truck sits now? See how it's stiffer? Look how much suspension travel you have. I can set this flashlight here. See, it'll articulate that much. Just the back suspension, because the front's not even moving. That's a lot of suspension travel compared to how it was from the factory, how it was stock. As you can see, this was the factory shock they give you. Is this cheap little shock, which is what you expect on a $60 truck. But see how this shock is like 1 inch longer, and it has about 1 inch more travel, and it's adjustable. It's aluminum instead of plastic. One thing I will say about these shocks, they do not come with these little eyelets in here. I ordered it and I thought it had eyelets in there, but it didn't. Which I had other eyelets from like rod ends for the steering on another truck that I don't use anymore, so I took them out and put them in these shocks. But that was one thing I thought was kind of strange. Why would you order shocks and it doesn't have the eyelets, where the bolts go through? But I will give you the part number for Wltoys Racing. The part number, it's a 12-428 0017 is the part number for these shocks. It'll ask for front or rear. Get the rear ones, because the rear shocks are longer and they're bigger, and you can put them front and rear on this truck, but this is the rear shocks. But see, they're still not oil filled, but they're aluminum ends and they're adjustable. They're way better. I got these shocks on GearBest. They were $3.70 with free shipping for the pair of these shocks. Which I was going to get oil-filled shocks, but I couldn't really find oil-filled shocks for like under $10, and I got all 4 of these for like $6, but they're way better than the factory. And look at the ground clearance you have now, compared, because from the factory, this truck sits like that. Now it sits like that. That's a huge difference. And look at the wheel travel you get. That's a lot of wheel travel for, a $60 remote control truck.